official catchy jingle. From the city till I stack to lead to red. Live that S-I-N-Y. Time tramps on the mind. Wake vibes too strong, he's in the top to life. Live that S-I-N-Y. From the city to live that S-I-N-Y.
Hey, welcome back, LIVEthatSINY, your host, ThREadS. Everything okay over here?
Everything's good.
All right, we got Adama, we got Malia, we got Miley in the house, and Adama,
Yes.
co-founder of HEaLiNg ThREadS.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
And much, much more, which we're going to find out on this show here. So, where do we want to start at?
Well, we'll definitely update on the
Yes.
HEaLiNg ThREadS. I
Yes.
would love to talk more about that.
Yes, please give us an update. That was one of our most powerful episodes, and your co-founder was here with you also. She was unable to make it. Maya, please get well, feel better, okay? And as soon as you do, it's open invitation. We're waiting for you to come back also.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I was texting with her last night, and I was just like, oh, can you come? And she's just like, oh, she had some arrangements today. And she's, you know, she's a strong lady. I'm so proud of her.
Yes.
And, you know,
she's a 9/11 survivor, not to put her business out there, but, you know, like,
and that's her story that she's going to tell, and I am so proud of her and so happy that I met her. Honestly, she's such a blessing in my life. But yeah, we are, you know, we're getting there. We are, you know, we're two women, single parents, and so we're trying to situate ourselves and everything while we're, you know, also doing the HEaLiNg ThREadS. So we're passionate about the work, and I think that that's why, you know, we're excelling, little at a time, but we are excelling. And yeah, I'm thankful. Thank you for having us.
Oh, anytime. I told you, we're partnering up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We did do a function in May.
Yes, we did.
Right. We did do a couple of functions before that.
Actually, yeah.
But the function in May was the one that really stood out because it was concerning the law and teaching the kids the law. And I think everybody, I've learned something new that day, you know, and we got to write our bills. We got to push our bills, you know. It was just a beautiful experience.
Yes,
you know.
it was. It was. You know, it's really cool to have programs like this. This is why it's so important, because even like for me as an adult, I've never done anything like that. And you see how I'm so excited to be a part of it, because I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. And to just see the kids too, you know, really thinking of the change that they want to make. You know, Malia has her bill in our fridge. Like, she still has it. It's like posted on our fridge. You know, so it's cool. Like,
I mean, that was like one of the the whole day was the highlight, but it was like that activity there, you know.
That was cool. Yeah.
I found we had a great painter over there. He did his thing, and he never worked with kids before.
Oh yes. What's his name? I forgot his name now.
Begins with a K.
Yes. My Nigerian brother.
Yes.
Yes. But he's amazing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a culture shock for him because I talked to him in the beginning. He was like, "Oh, I can't work with kids. I never work with kids." And then you see him at the end, like, they're so talented.
Yes.
They did this one did that. And I was like, see? You know? That's the joy that comes from there. And I was there as an author. And they hired me to read to the kids. And I said, you know what? We're always doing that. And I feel that takes the spotlight off of the kid. It takes their courage away from them. You know what I'm saying? So I had the kids read, you know. And somebody sitting next to you, she read so well. She was like one of the youngest there, and she was the first one that volunteered. I had to really shake the big kids up like, okay, right, okay. She volunteering, who's volunteering also? And we had an older kid, and then we had Miley read. And I probably had one word she didn't know, okay? And it was such an eye-opener. It shows you how important these programs, these services, these, just me being an author, the tablet is not doing it for them. The scrolling is not doing it for them, you know, and even engaging with them, okay? That was very powerful also, and I think I spoke with Sarah Blas, we was with Sarah Blas. I told her we need to do more of those. Like, I actually want to do something with them and help them put their own book together so they could become authors also. So we're going to see how, yes, we're going to work that out.
Oh, I like that so much.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Miley loves your book, by the way. Thank you.
Yes,
She gifted, for gifting her that book.
Yeah, she read. She earned that honestly. She read. And
She's a reader. She's just loved to read. Every night she reads, and if I don't read to her, she's going to bed crying. She does not like when I say no to reading. So she's a very strong reader. And another thing too that I was just talking about Malia about. Malia has a lot of reading awards, like, because she went to school in Hawaii for most of her younger years.
How was that?
Yeah.
How was the, because it's like a culture shock, education-wise.
Yeah.
How was the school system and everything over there compared to the school system and everything over here?
Yeah, so one of the things that I've noticed is the encouragement that they give kids out there. Like I said, she has a lot of awards, and it's not just reading, even just something as simple as no late. I think there was like one that you had that was like a 0 late, or what, was there another one?
And then I think there was like participation awards.
Yeah, participation award. So they give kids just these little awards, just to get, be proud of, like to acknowledge them, like we see you.
It goes a long way.
You know what I mean?
Right, it goes a long way.
Miley has not had one award.
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had one for being at school for a whole month.
Oh yes.
I got 2 of them.
Okay, that's true.
We might find 3.
I'm sorry.
We might find another one. So
yes, but I think where I was gearing more towards was just the awards for the excellent, like the things that they are doing, participating in. I feel like New York needs to do a little bit better job at that. We had a whole talent show, and there was no awards given to the kids.
What?
Yeah, so at the end of the year they do it, and I'm not crapping on anyone if anyone is watching this that goes to
I don't know the story, but I am.
My children's school, please.
Right.
But there was a whole award ceremony, and I tried too to be a part of the PTA at her school, because I really was trying to bring that in. That was part of my main objective, is just, can we celebrate these kids a little bit more?
Right.
It's good for them to perform for their parents every year, show us what they've been working on. But also, like, we want to give them kudos on, their intellect and the things that, I feel like she's going to have that for a long time. She can frame it. She can show her kids someday and say, yeah, you see, I won this
and
for
just
XYZ.
for herself, like, put all of their stuff on the wall.
Yes.
So they can see it, and that can inspire them to do more greatness. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
but yeah, I think you want to say something.
I was gonna say that since I've been going to school here in New York, I think the only award that I've gotten was in 7th or 8th grade for my dance. I got an award for dance, but I didn't get any award for like academics, not even like reading or anything.
Right.
I only got it for dance.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure you get some academic awards this year.
You
So
know,
make
and
sure
then
you
work
go in there and
hard.
do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they cannot deny you that
Yes.
right there.
Yes.
But it's very strange here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bad talk here, but the same experience you had joining the PTA, okay, is this kind of the same experience I've had. I had kids in various schools here, so it was like one school was good, and then the other schools wasn't. And I'm usually the type that I'm involved here, I'm involved here, I'm involved here. Is not, I'm just here, the PTA president, and then here I'm just a parent that come and pick up the kids from school. So it was almost kind of crazy. And all parents should come out and not only go to the PTA meetings, but volunteer sometimes, okay?
Important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to be where your kids are.
Right,
You
and
know?
then a lot of times you go home, you have more kids than what you started the day off with, because it's some kids who parents don't come there, okay? And they don't show up for them, okay? And if real parents say, don't worry about it, I'm here for you, I'm here for them, you know what I'm saying? But they take them under their wing,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
By us not volunteering, by us not showing up, they suffer too. You know what I'm saying?
The changes that need to be made can only really be made by the parents,
Right.
by us advocating for our children. If you're not there to see the need, you're not gonna know. And then you're home probably, getting upset at your children and saying you're not doing this, you're not doing better at school. Well, as a parent, what have you done? Do you know the resources that they have at school? How do you think they're being supported at school? You can't just leave everything to the teachers, because they're also human and they have a lot going on too. They're dealing with 20 kids in a classroom, That's where us parents have to, come in and say, let me take a little bit of this off of your plate. Well, how can I help? How can we, engage these kids?
Right, hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hand in hand, because we don't want to go there and do their job and then they just sit back like, yeah,
we
okay.
can't.
Cha-ching, free
We can't do
right,
that. No,
free
we can't do
paycheck for me. Right.
Yeah.
We gotta put them to work also. And when I was growing up,
You're good?
those were some of the most influential people that you came across in life was your teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it's like the teachers are the ops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, what happened?
It has to get better.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so much injustice in that too. And I feel for the teachers because they're underpaid. They're underpaid. And
They just got a raise.
Oh yeah.
Right. They
Oh,
just got a
good to know.
raise
Oh,
during
okay.
pandemic time. They gave them a raise.
Okay. All right.
So.
Because I know their dad was a teacher.
Okay.
And it's not cutting it.
Yeah.
And it's. I mean, granted, we lived in Hawaii, so it was a little bit tighter, but it's just as expensive as in New York, honestly. Like, the more I've lived here, the more I can see that, New York is just as expensive.
And New York is the most expensive, and I think LA probably falls behind us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I'm glad to hear that, yay. New York. We have to uplift our teachers, They really are the ones that are shaping our children's future. And it's so important that they are also being taken care of.
Right, but they also have to take care of the kids,
Yes,
most
they have to
importantly.
take care of
And they
kids.
have to uplift the kids, and they have to get out of this clout chasing with the kids. Tell the kids they can't have a phone, put their phone down. And
That
then
part.
they're watching you from their desk, and this is all you're doing all day. And, it's insulting that they can't have their phones, but they can watch you use your phones all day. So
It's funny because she says that too.
Yes.
Now they have the pouches where, you got to lock your phone when you go into school. But yet the teachers are constantly on their phones, you know?
Literally, I could like walk in the hallways during passing periods when I'm going to my next class, and like most of the staff and like teachers that are supposed to be in the hallways like telling kids, oh, you need to like walk straight, or you need to like not crowd the hallways so other people can go to their classes, they're like just on their phones not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to lead by example. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be much easier for them to put down their stuff if they put down theirs. But,
True.
you know,
True.
it's that type of world here.
Yeah.
So we never got the update. We just went.
But yes, I know. But that was a really good one. And then we did Rocker Natural at Tappins Park.
Right. We did a couple of things there.
Yes,
so we did the Juneteenth.
Yes, the Juneteenth.
And then we did the art in the park.
Yes, the art in the park. Oh,
Right.
that was amazing too.
Yes.
These programs are so important, you know. The kids loved it.
They are.
And is it Debbie? Oh, I always forget her name. The art instructor that we had, the table. They had the table. Diana.
Yes.
Oh, I'm saying
Diana.
Debbie. I know it was a D.
Yeah, Diana.
Diana, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's amazing. I became her student. Like,
Yeah,
I
you did.
was standing from the sidelines. I couldn't wait for her to call me, and she finally said, "Yeah, you can sit." I'm like, I'm the oldest student,
Yes,
but I did it, and we still have those paintings up in our apartment because.
Please do come back and
they're
make more.
beautiful,
We're going to
yes.
be there in October, I think. We're going to
Okay.
be back over there.
I don't think it's the same Rocker Natural, but there's another one coming up. I think it's actually next month in September. We saw a flyer. Maya and I saw a flyer that we're thinking about tabling that event.
Okay.
But it's at the same park too. But you know, it's really amazing. Like I love to be in community with all these
Yes.
creatives, and we've been lucky to you know, be invited.
Right on time.
You know,
right on time.
Thank you for
You're
always
welcome.
thinking about us.
Yes, right on
but
time.
also we've had our social media, so we've been able to follow a lot of the organization
right,
around
I
the
see,
island.
right, I see
and
you
so
on
we're
there.
seeing what they're doing, and then we'll reach out. Hey, can we table? So because we don't have our own space right now. The best that we could do is at this tabling event. We
Right.
table and
But we gotta,
get.
we gotta do this
Okay.
and see the space. Oh,
Okay.
I see
Oh,
it.
yes.
Right, I see it.
Exactly.
It's coming soon.
It's coming. Oh yes,
Right.
I feel
Right.
we've manifested it, so we know
Yes.
it's coming. But the thing is, when we do the events at the park or wherever, we are able to provide kids with activities for a second for them to just stand still for a minute
It's
and do something
so
creative.
needed, right,
So
it's so
needed.
needed.
So we did the back to school event. It was actually an information fair, a resource fair, and they had some other vendors there that were giving away stuff. We did give away things as well for to the kids for school, but we also provided activities for them.
Right.
Instead of just coming and picking up something and going to the
Right.
next one, they stop for a minute.
Right.
They stop for a minute, help do, to do something. Made bracelets. We had bracelets that we were giving away, but we also had them create some, make their own little bracelet that they can take to the new school year
Right.
with them. So
It goes a long way.
It does.
It helps them learn how to make those is minor decisions, which beads you're gonna put there, but it helps them with the critical thinking.
Exactly.
Okay, even at the smallest level to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? And then it also teaches them that you just don't get handouts. This is not just
Exactly.
handouts. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna skate through life off of handouts. Okay, you're gonna work hard for this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, and you're also going to be able to give back to other people, just like you needed one time. Other people might
Exactly.
need once you get where you're going. So
Yeah, that's the most important thing is leading by example. Is really having these kids see, what's been done for them, and they're clocking it.
Yeah,
they're
they are.
clocking it. Like the more they see things like this, the more they're in community with people that are doing all these things, and they see it. they're clocking it. It's going to click for some children. It's not going to be all of them, but some children are going to say, you know what, I want to do that when I grow up. I want to give back. When I get to where I'm going, I'll come back to my community and give back, you know, like these people are doing right now, you know. So that's, you know, like when I was growing up back home, I remembered we used to have a boat that would come. I think it's like in the summer right before school would start, and give out books. It was like a free library. It's this boat. So first of all, it was exciting because it was this huge boat that we get to go in. It'll just stay in the port, and we'll go in. Yeah. And the whole thing is it's just a library. You know, it's just full of books. And you can go and you can choose however many books you want. And, you know, and that's still a dream of mine, because when the war happened in Sierra Leone, that got taken away. You know, we didn't get that anymore. And I feel like
people here on the island that does that type of stuff is just connecting with them.
Yeah.
When I was working with PS32, I think it was PS31. We had a lady who would donate thousands of books to us over there.
Yeah.
Right, and if that ran out, she had thousands more to give to us, you know what I'm saying? And that was her whole purpose and her whole mission was to get the books out there. So it's just, you know, like doing the research, but we have people like that here. You see the people that put the book things out there? Okay, those are some of the people too. Right.
I love that. You know, that's one thing that I so love. I don't know if it happens anywhere else in New York, but in Staten Island, there's so many of those.
All around the world.
Like,
all around the world.
I love that. You know, the little houses where you can pick a free book or, you know, donate your book. You can put one in, take one out. Those are great, you know. We have to really, books are a great way for kids to escape too. For me especially, I read so many books, like I would not eat. Like I'm someone, I don't read as much anymore. But when I was little, that was also like a huge escape for me. Like I'll be on a book. If it's not done, I would not stop. You know, I have to finish it. But
that's how I was. I grew up, I had encyclopedias in my house. So it was like every question I had, I just go look for the letter, okay, and then I go do my research. And when I had to write papers, like whatever I did, I had that resource there, and it like made me want to read more and want to explore more in the different topics, and it's just like you remember the movie The Never Ending Story? That's how reading books is. When you pick one book up, okay, it should lead you to the next book, to the next book, to the next book, and it's just never ending, you know. It also helps imagination-wise, okay. They're not showing you the picture. You're painting the picture in your head, you know.
So it could be anything you want. Anything you want that fantasy world to be. It's literally you are creating it. You know, it's not like watching a movie or watching a show where it's like it's in your face. They're telling you, you know.
And then we could be reading it, and then we'll have visual interpretations that won't be exactly the same, and it'd be the same description, but the way you put it together might not be the way I put it together. So it's so important.
I know Malia hates watching movies before she reads a book. And even when she watches the movie after she's read the book, she'll be like, I don't like it, because it's like it does something to you, right? Because you've already made your own story, your own imagination of what it was, and then them showing it to you, it's never the same. It's never the same. It's never the same thing. So it's nice to, books above all, any day.
Yes.
Any day. And
Yes.
as an author, I know you know the importance of books. Books are so important. And I saw something online that really broke my heart, that in this AI technology now, a lot of AI companies are buying books and literally like...
They have the video showing it.
Yeah.
If they have the video showing it. But if the viewers don't know, what's going on now is the AI companies are purchasing rare books, one-of-a-kind books, okay, and they're digitally scanning it, and then they're destroying the physical copy of the book, which is very dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
It is very dangerous. Like, you know, what does this future look like? What does this future look like? It's very concerning.
Right.
You know, it's very concerning for her kids. What does it look like?
Right.
You
They
know?
have the most important thing is the thing that we didn't realize, and I spoke about this before, is that they say, oh, the AI is so smart. It ain't that smart, okay? Because it still needs us to learn, okay? This is why they're keeping so much data on you. This is why they're keeping so many statistics on you. This is why they need flock cameras, okay? And they take all of that and they put it together, and then they think they know you, but you know, right?
You know, you don't know my essence. You don't know me.
Right. Okay.
You know, and that's you know, I tell her we're delaying her social media experience, because I'm just like, the thing about it is, the earlier you're on there, the more of a digital footprint you have. You know what I mean? I know they've been collecting it probably since she's been born, but where I can control it, I'm going to try and control it. You know? But it's a scary thing, because, you know, I've seen, there's a thing that, you know, a video that I seen where some lady was talking about, oh, you better talk to your children, because now there's a thing, it's like a robot that will call, sounds like your child or sounds like the parent, and telling you to come outside or whatever.
Yes.
And, you know, and it's just like, we're on the phone, we're talking to other people, but it's clocking our voices, it's taking all our data and all of that. So now it's putting up, you know, it's putting up, you know, it's somehow getting your voice. So, you know, there was a guy that was talking, he was like, yeah, I was in the room and my daughter was just like, Dad, you told me to go outside.
I've seen that one.
And it sounds just like the father,
Scary.
you know?
Yes.
So very scary things that you know, we're gonna try our best, and this is why the programs that we are pushing into this community, into the world, is so important.
It's so important to support. So
yes, the
please,
support. We can't ask, you know, we can't continue to ask for more support. We need the community to really see these programs and understand that it's needed. We want to be able to take care of kids mentally and physically, from the tip of their head to their toes. As you can see, Miley is braiding. So we want to do this is everything that we are offering. We are going to teach kids how to do hair, you know, take care of themselves physically.
I think that's better than,
you know,
doing the TikTok
you know,
thing.
you know,
Yeah. And this I think that's
you know?
better.
So it's all of that. We want to be able to teach them the things that, you know, I know
they can pass down
they can
to their
pass
future
down,
generations.
you know, if I didn't learn it, I would not be able to do their hair. Because imagine how much it is to do hair in this day and age. You know, when I take them to the salon, which I only do once a year, because that's all I can afford. But you know, just to give them a little bit of a different experience, so I take them to the salon. But I do their hair year-round, because it's something that is so important to know how to do. If I didn't know how to do hair, and then God gave me two girls, what would I have done? You know, what would I have done?
I was in that situation as a single father. It was like, put a ponytail in.
You know?
My daughter used to hate when I had to do their hair in the morning time. So I started taking them to the beauty parlor, and you know the texture of our hair. So they would go get their hair done, and then and then it's just poof, okay? All of that hard work done,
and hard work.
gone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and I have 4 girls, so
Yes, that's a lot of money.
it's right. And it's very important that they keep that up and learn how to keep that up, because a parent's is very important.
Yes.
Hygiene is very important. You know what I'm saying? And especially for young ladies. Okay.
It was really heartbreaking when we, the other nonprofit that I worked for, we had a program that we did for the summer outdoors. It was called Open Street. And, you know, so we'll have all of the kids come in the neighborhood. You did, you did. And a lot of the kids that would come, I could not believe, like, you know, the hair will be torn up or don't know how to read. You know, so it's all of those things. We saw the need, and this is how me and Maya, we've told the story how me and Maya, because we worked for that same nonprofit, and this is how we saw the need. And it's just not about, oh, the kids coming and playing and giving them hot dog and soda. It's really looking at the kids that are coming, and you are seeing the need. You know, I don't just want to give you hot dog and soda and turn you, you know, you go back. It's like, actually want to do your hair. I want to read to you. I want to teach you the basics of, you know, the things that you probably, I don't know if they teach you at school, or how did we get here where, you know, a second grader doesn't know how to read? You know, how did we get here? Yeah.
We had a crowd of them at that function. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why these functions are so important, because it's not a survey, but it's just like, you taking, you know, your stock and what you need and what you're missing, and we noticed that there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew what they were saying, we knew what they were saying, but when we read the stuff on the paper, it didn't register. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these kids, they go to regular school and they go to JCC after. So they're being failed not once, but twice. You know what I'm saying? And when you have big families, okay, it's very hard for you to pick up the job that the teacher was supposed to be doing, that the after-school program was supposed to be doing. Because you got to come home, you got to cook, you got to maybe wash clothes. You have your routine that you have to do, not teach a lesson that they've been in school 8 hours and they've been in the after school another 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's 12 hours, okay, of wasted time.
Yeah, they're robbing them of their time too.
Right, of wasted time.
You know, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for our little part that we're going to play, and I think it's not going to be little, especially when we're all coming together in community and we see the problem, we are able to identify the problem, we know what to do, and we are going to do it. So that problem is not going to be, you know, a big problem. We are going to tackle it.
We're going to nip it.
Yes, we're going to nip it. We're here to create a better future for our children, and we will. We will. We have very great ideas, and, you know, I want to thank the Staten Island community, actually. We've been able to go to places, and, you know, we've been only for about a year, really, less than a year right now.
Well, if we count the time with the other little thing,
but you know, we're showing ourselves, we're showing our faces. We want the community to know that we're here. Please check our website.
Please give them the information. I was going to go there, but please give them the information.
Our website is thehealingthreads.org. And we are also on Instagram. It's the HEaLiNg NYC. We just got a TikTok because we hear that's where the
It is.
That's where it's at. So we
It is.
are. It's the Healing Thread SI on TikTok. So yeah, please email is info@thehealingthreads.org. You know, any little thing helps. Like we are. Everything that we are doing right now is out of our own pocket, you know, which we're happy to do, because for me, I would, you know, the same way I don't want another child to go hungry. It's, you know, the same way I don't want my children to go hungry, I don't want another child to go hungry. I don't want another child to go without, you know. So we're able to do this, Maya and I. I'm so thankful to have a partner that we, you know, we are both so passionate, you know, and as moms, and, you know, we're doing all of this, but we do need your donations. We do need your support. We have a what is that, PayPal. We also have Amazon that we are taking donations. You can buy supplies. You know, the money doesn't have to come to us. We do have a PayPal, but really the supplies is what we are really needing. So you have something even at home, like, you know, a lot of people have extra things, you know, just send them our way, or go on Amazon and buy a palette of paint or something. We'd love to, anything helps. We'd love to, you know, to have your donations.
Right. It's not even just about money, just about the time also.
Yes.
Okay, it really takes a village. When they came up with that saying, and they wasn't lying.
Yeah.
It really takes a village.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
You might not have, you know, this way to support, but you might have another way of support.
Yes.
With your time, or with your knowledge, or, you know, like, we just have to think bigger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The thing, and the thing about us being in all these spaces and community is the people that we get to connect with, and all their own ideas that they have, that it's so beautiful. And it's just the opportunity, you know what I mean? It's the same thing that we're at, you know, the same I don't even want to call it obstacle. It's just, you know, it's just a growing thing. We'll get there. But they have such good ideas, you know, that we're just like, oh,
with those ideas.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
You can't, I'm not going to say be selfish and keep it to yourself.
Right.
But in this industry, and in any industry, when you want to get something accomplished, okay, you have to show up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't just wait for it to fall out the sky. Sometimes you have to shake stuff up yourself and get stuff rolling yourself. And it's important to be into that, because what you do motivates your children to do more. Okay. And I understand as parents, they're working real hard and they don't have no time. You have to find a way to find the time. You have to find a way to remember the youth under and the youth that you're raising, and they're watching that stuff. If you're a workaholic, then they'll pick that up, okay? And they won't pick up the family, how important the family structure is, you know what I'm saying, and working together, okay? Because anything I'm doing, I include my family. It works so much better than then trying to tell them about it. Yeah, Dad.
Yeah.
But when they're involved, it's such a different energy, okay? And it's so hard to describe, you know.
Yeah.
But
So Malia is a youth ambassador.
Okay.
And, you know, I had to get her involved because she's old enough to be able to participate. Even Miley, you know, Miley can be a facilitator. I've told her, I'm like, are you going to be able to help us once we, you know, we're out there. Actually, this last event we were at, she was helping me. She was there helping me. You know, she's always game. And the one that we did at Tap and Pat, she was out there giving people our flyers, helping,
Okay.
you know.
All
So
right.
it's, yeah, you know, it's a family affair.
Yes,
We want
it
them
works
to
so much
see it.
better.
We want them to also recognize it.
Right.
And you know, it's not to pity anyone, but they can see and say, oh, you know what, I'm lucky.
Right, and then
you know?
it's like this, to pass the baton.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
we might not could finish the race. You
Yes,
understand what I'm saying? We can pass it to them,
yes,
and they
yes.
can continue
Yes.
the strides for us.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes.
So,
Yes.
did we miss anything? Because the time goes so
Oh,
fast.
it goes by so fast. Oh, wow. So, Malia, you want to talk a little bit about your summer? Because I wanted her to get her time to you know,
Yeah,
to talk
definitely.
to the youths out there. Because her
Yes.
voice is also very important. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
Well, in the beginning of the summer, I had my free time in July, and then I went to this program at CSI, the College of Staten Island. It was a Dreamers Academy program, and I got to go there, I think, for 4 weeks. I think it was a month or 5 weeks. And we just learned, it was a program, and it said it was supposed to build our workforce like skills and like show us how we can participate and build our strengths in the workplace, and how we would act or dress or like learn to communicate and participate healthily with others when we're like off on our own and getting our own jobs and things. And we had this program, and I learned a lot of things. I learned how to fly a drone. I learned how to crochet. We did poetry. We did painting.
Wow.
And we just did a lot of stuff. And crocheting is something that I've been wanting to learn for a long time, because it just looked like so fun and cool to me. And I finally got to learn it in this program. And then also, we, at the end of the 5 weeks, we did a whole performance, like showing off everything that we did.
Oh, wow.
All the
Yeah, it's
parents
so cool.
came, and we just like showed off from each class like what we did and like how we did it.
Don't forget the beauty part.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys
we made
scrubs and butters.
body scrubs and body butters, and it was supposed to be like beauty mixed with like science,
Right.
to like show how science, like if you're really good at science, if you're really good at math, you can also be part of the beauty industry, because
Right.
it's like chemistry that is
Yeah.
involved in it.
Yes. And do you see, because when we was growing up, they say, what you want to be when you grow up? And that was like a trick question. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we would never say our own business or what we should have been saying, okay? We was always in the drone section. So with all of those skills that they taught you, okay, do you see any of them becoming a career for you, or something you want to take to the next level and pioneer it now?
Not the skills that we learned there specifically, but I think crocheting could like be a good business for us, like especially in the HEaLiNg ThREadS where we're doing like arts and crafts. I could teach them how to crochet and like make like plushies and all these other different things
Right.
like with crocheting, because crocheting is like a hands-on activity. You could do a bunch of like different techniques and designs, and it can be like really fun and also calming.
Right, and then literally those is like threads right there too, so
Yep.
it fits right in perfectly.
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
with
whole
the whole
point.
concept.
Yeah. 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 And I think too that helps her, as well as it just solidifies her her position and empowers her into, because I know like when we, you know, I got her, I was just like, okay, you're gonna be a part of the HEaLiNg ThREadS, you're gonna be our youth ambassador, you know, and she's like, what is that? What does that mean?
Right, right.
You know, so this is like kind of like once she went through that, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. So you learn, you know, managerial skills, you learn, these are things that you're going to pass on to other youths, you're going to teach them all these things,
Right.
you're going to encourage them, and you know, these are all skills, it's not just for you. Yes, it's so nice that you get to, you know, have the opportunity to go learn, and it was free, you know.
Right.
So but these are what I'm talking about when I say the skills that I need you to develop so you can also pass on not just to your sister, but there's a whole world out there that you're going to be able to, pass this on to. But yeah, that was really, really nice, and everyone there was so great. I mean, the last day, the performance was amazing. You would think of 5 weeks, because I was just like, oh, 5 weeks, it's probably not long enough. They did so much.
Yeah,
they did so much, and they were
surprised.
holding these kids accountable. They have to dress right. The hair had to be done. You can't just go in anyhow wearing like bedroom slippers or anything like.
Right,
They
right.
really held them accountable.
For the professional world.
Yes.
Because
yes.
it might
starts
not be,
here.
right, it might not be embarrassing now, but then when you get in the real world and that wasn't corrected, and then you show up with the rollers and slippers and in the robe, and right, and then everybody in there is looking at you like you're crazy. And these days and times, they're making little videos talking about you, and this is how you came in here, right? Now, the whole world doesn't see all of that right there. Okay, they put you on blast. So it's good that they initiate that now and train them early, because that started the building blocks. Okay, and to be successful, okay, you never really want to go back and have to correct stuff that you could have did right when you started. So I think that's a beautiful thing, and beautiful that they still have that program out here. They have to have more programs, and they need to look at the age groups, and you know what I'm saying? I feel all the schools should be like Patrice here.
Really,
all the schools. Okay, they should start in K and they should stay there till they finish, because those kids have an advantage than the other kids. These kids, they're with their teachers and that community, okay, through their whole entire education process. And these kids, it's like every 3 or 4 years, they have to get adapted to a new system, new teachers, new cafeteria, new location, and it could be real traumatizing.
It really is.
And I feel that's probably why a lot of kids, generations back, was dropping out of school, because it could get overwhelming. It can.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not guaranteed, like you make your friends and you're hoping that you get to go to the next school with them, but then what if you don't?
And a lot of times you don't.
Start all over again. I mean, which is not technically a bad thing, but like, it helps them like gain the confidence and, going outside of their friend group and really, approaching new people and making friends, but
but just imagine your principal's been there from when you was this age.
Yes.
And your teacher's been there. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole totally different, different experience. Okay, and I feel all the kids should be awarded that experience.
Yes. All right.
So we didn't ever really get to the nitty gritty.
I love that we were just chatting though. This is good.
Yes. It was needed. Malia, Mali, I thank y'all for coming. They're always well behaved, not just sitting and running the camera, even when there's no cameras around. Okay, you do a great job also, Adama.
Thank you.
Because they're doing this here, okay? I don't know no teenagers or no kids, period, these days that's not doing this right here and stuck in here. So,
Trust me, it's still happening.
But you still can write a manual, but you still can write a little chapter of manual, because...
But as you know, there's like, you were like, is that the same design? But so it gets tossed. I mean, she does dabble in different things, but this is one thing.
It's about enjoying, like, they cannot grow up so fast, because this is why you see these older ones trying to compete and do stuff that the younger ones do, because they push them. Okay, let them enjoy it, let them see, you know what I'm saying? And they'll grow out of it. They really would.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's my main thing. It's just like, hey, please continue. Just be a kid. Like, you don't have to grow up. Like, not around, not, you know, in my house. Like, you know, like, that's where I have control anyways,
Right.
is within my four walls that
Right,
I've created
but
for them, you know?
that right there goes a long way, because when they go into the streets, they carry that with them.
Yes.
If there's no structure
Yes.
there, then there's no structure when they go in the streets.
True.
Okay?
True.
Then I get on the bus and they cussing,
Yes.
and they doing a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stuff that they ain't supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel you have to worry about that right there. Okay, kids are gonna be kids, but the stuff that they into now, okay, is more adultish.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
when they say kids to be seen, not heard, not in this generation. They want clout, so
Yeah.
they have to
Yeah.
be seen more than you. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They have to knock you off the pedestal and all of your accomplishments, you know what I'm saying, for hearsay and
Yeah.
that type of stuff. So it's a beautiful thing. You know, that can do a lot of healing too,
Yes. Yes.
you know.
And you know, like I've talked to you about part of our story, but we're all like at different stages of healing. We've gone through something so traumatic,
Yeah.
you know. And it sucks because, you know, I think a lot of people might just pity me as the adult or the mom. Oh, you're carrying so much, but it's just like my children too.
Right.
You know, they too are carrying a lot. So this has been so good for all of us because we have been able to, you know, we've done the recommended therapy,
Right.
but for me, this is the most therapeutic thing that I can really see the difference, that I
Yes.
can really see the progress, that I can really see that, oh,
Right.
you know, we're actually changing. We're really like, we're all changing. We're so much better than we were like even just 2 years ago.
Yes,
You know,
time
I can see
heals,
how
right.
light they feel, you know, because you can tell when a child is heavy, they're carrying a lot. And even for myself, like for a long time, I don't even think I knew that I would ever feel lighter or feel
Right.
better,
Right.
you know. But we've been able to heal each other because the thing that I did not, you know, I didn't want them to ever see was for me to give up. Like, there was no
Right,
option. Like,
right.
they have to see me get up.
Yes.
You know, they have to see me get up. They have to see me handle this. And, you know, I'm.
Because guess what? If they didn't see you get up, then they think that's the move there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the minute something happened, okay,
Yeah.
then they're gonna stay down
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Another thing also, which is situation, well, a lot of people's situations, but my situation, my biggest thing is, it might be a bad situation, but you always have to look into it and find the good in that bad situation. Because it's always something good that can be pulled out of that bad situation. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? That bad situation just evaporates.
Yeah.
It just disappears because you found something positive in it. So, you know, that goes a long way.
Yeah. And then you can sit there and be so thankful that that happened. Because if that hadn't happened, like, you would not have had this totally different experience that, you know, you probably weren't even thinking about, or, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the most amazing thing. Like, I never thought I would be in Staten Island. You know,
Right.
I never thought. I've always been a West Coast girl, first of all. I'm from West
thank you.
Africa.
Right,
I lived on the West Coast. So I've always been on the West Coast, and I was like, East Coast, ooh.
Right. Thank you for giving us a chance. I tried. Right. Thank you for giving us a
And
chance.
then here I am, you know, and Staten Island Strong for 5 years, and I'm so thankful. This is exactly where I needed to be, exactly what I needed to be doing. Yes, it kind of detoured me, and it was more of the inconvenience that really, I think a lot of us, we don't like to feel inconvenienced. It throws you off. I think that's really the biggest thing. It's just like you're so inconvenienced by this thing that happened because you had a plan that kind of distracted, from it. But it's not an inconvenience. It's actually things coming together.
Push and encourage and that type of stuff instead of knocking and breaking it down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you was going through a situation and it was becoming real overwhelming. I said, no, all of that was training, okay? You got the skills to do all of that for yourself there.
Yeah.
But it took somebody to tell you that, for you to see that, okay?
Yes.
And then you off to run it, okay? Ain't look back since, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. The mindset was there, but of course I'm scared, right? I'm scared. I'm like, oh, I'm new in Staten Island. I need to be under someone. I need to work for someone, But then, everyone kept saying, no, you can do it. Like, you can do it. So just start.
Yes.
Just start. And that's for everyone, really. Just start. Because if you're waiting for when it's perfect to start,
it'll
then
never come. Right.
yeah,
It'll never come.
you have to do it when you have probably $0 in your bank account.
No time better than the present of whatever you want to do. Just do
when
it.
you're shaking, just do it.
Right. Don't say, oh, I don't have the money, I can't do it.
Yeah.
There's ways to go around doing stuff without the money. Okay.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I seen you at that hump and I was like, no, no, because you was doing so much good for that organization. And I was like, no, you can have your own organization.
Yeah.
And you can do it.
Yeah.
And the Dama ain't believe me. She had to go into the Bible scriptures and come back.
I literally did. No, you told me, and I still have that. I still have that because you know what? I realized, like, I've always been a very spiritual person, and I've raised my kids as such. We actually also found a church home, which has been so amazing for us, But that's how I know when I meet good people is when they start giving me Bible scriptures. I'm like, no, look that up and read that. And I'm just like, oh, that's my person. That's my person. Because you know what? The people that really do care for you, they're going to pull you.
Yes.
They're going to pull you to God, to the light, to, whatever it is that you believe in. You can interpret it however you want that, that you're comfortable with, But nonetheless, don't ignore it. Don't say, oh, because I was born and raised Muslim,
right?
But I do it because for me it's one.
Yes.
It's one. It's like you don't know where that, that person is going to be taking you. You don't know what that one thing that person says is going to click for you. So you can't just like be in your little bubble and say, no, I don't entertain anything else but what I know. You have to be open. So,
more.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's it?
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
I couldn't see the time because I think the bag was there.